Well, it seems to me that the rich people pay like 30 to 50% less for stuff that you and I pay for. Well, actually, it's because they, like Hillary and Trump, and they have nonprofit organizations and businesses where they're able to write off like 30 to 50% of their life, as tax-free, and that's why there's no such thing as a private jet, as far as I could see. There's no person that would pay for a jet, a personal jet, with private money. They're doing it in business money. It's cheaper. In other words, if they're buying a jet, with after-tax money, see if they're getting, say if they get a salary like normal people, and then they take that salary and try to buy a jet with it. Instead, what they do is it becomes a business expense. They buy the jet before they have their salary. So they pay no taxes on it because it's a business expense. Anything you're doing for business, you don't have to pay taxes on it because you're supposedly trying to get more business. So they're able to get a huge discount than the rest of us. So that's why, there's no such thing as a private tax. People are paying that with before tax money in their business, And so that's why most businesses don't make a lot of money. They don't have to because they get everything they get. A lot cheaper if they don't, and they figure out a way to put it through their business. And what's so interesting, though, it could be a business, could be a nonprofit organization, the same way. So Hillary does the same thing. They use these organizations so they don't have to pay a lot of taxes, on how they run their lives. In other words, and you as a lower income, you don't have to have a $1 trillion business. You don't want a private jet. But if you have a business, and you're running it out of home, that means you could write off a lot of your home. People write off their country clubs. People write off their lunches, or dinners. This is why all these fancy restaurants stay in business. Nobody's going to go and pay $500 for a meal unless they write it off, and they don't pay that with after-tax money. This is why these expensive restaurants stay in business. Everybody uses it, they say, for business, so they can write it. Travel is the same way. Vacations, sporting events, the box seats and everything. As long as you say, and verify that you took a business client there or something like that, you don't have to pay taxes on that income. So you write it off before you take your salary to live on. So that means you don't need a lot of money to live on because you're already living like a millionaire off your business, And I think it's the greatest tax advantage that this country has to offer, And it's not going to go away. They're not going to change that tax code because every fat cat lives this way. And I assume that's why Donald Trump doesn't want you to see his taxes. His whole life is spent, with pre-tax money. He doesn't want to pay taxes on money and then buy his jet or buy his big picture of himself that he spent $20,000 on or something. I don't know. There's some kind of story like that. So that's one of the advantages. And I think what's happening now in our country is that we have less traditional jobs. The traditional jobs with a paycheck and a W-2, are shrinking. So they're not around as much anymore. And the benefits that mostly people got from these traditional jobs, insurance, coverage, and pensions, and everything, that's disappearing. So that's why we have to realize, more and more of us, how being an independent contractor or a freelancer or self-employed is becoming now, not only by necessity, but there's benefits for that too, that you don't realize because you could live more of your life. You need less money. Like before I had kids, I didn't need any personal money. I have so much fun in business. This is what I spent most of my life doing. Everything was business. I loved it. And not until I had kids, I had to raise kids and things like that I need much personal money. And that's why it's something people should realize. And there's so many ways to make it easier. You don't have to be a tax accountant or a lawyer or an accounting expert or something like that to figure this stuff out. There's offices where you live, business development centers. These are government offices. Well, they're not government offices. They're private offices paid, where the government gives these people grant money to help you figure that out for free. They show you how to do that taxes for free, and they help you through the process, step by step, whatever. So you don't have to go on Google and find out about tax problems, and you just get people that are going to charge you money to do that. These are the free people that you won't find using Google. You really have to dig. And that's why, to me, Google is creating problems because you think that's the only answer. And it's not. The good answers are out there and they don't cost money, but it takes digging and research, and that's what I do. I've been researching and digging information, particularly opportunities, for 30 or 40 years of my life now, and helping rich people take advantage of them, and middle income people and poor people, everybody. And that's why I concentrate. I don't want to help rich people anymore. They don't need me. They'll find this stuff out without me. And the rest of the people should know about this stuff. I mean, it's not advertised, and this is a way to live, and people make fun out of it or something like that. But it's survival. I mean, that's what we all have, this survival anxiety in life. How are we going to make our way through this life? How are we going to pay for our way through this life? So you have to learn about the tools that are out there today that make it possible, or make it more possible, or whatever. If you keep banging your head against the wall and stuff that doesn't work anymore, that's a definition of crazy. You keep banging away and expecting different results every time. And you have to know about these alternatives out there, that are available. And these are the things that create more opportunities than doing the same old stuff again that isn't working. And that's why I did the free research. Maybe I could help you. Leskotutor.com, and I have one on starting a business that I will do the research and find you every opportunity, that's free, the free money, the free help, the free legal advice, the free tax counseling help for you to start or expand that business, the free marketing help, the free, advertising money you could even get. And this is even as a freelancer looking for a job, how to get a government contract instead of a government job. And that's even probably more powerful and bigger and whatever. And you can get more of them than just one. Getting a job is just one thing. Just like if you had 3 part-time jobs that paid twice as much as one full-time. That's the way I think the economy's going and the world is going, and we all have to start learning how to take advantage of it. So I want to help people do that. I mean, I think this is the greatest opportunity, that is out there today. It's not the old stuff anymore. It's this new stuff that's growing. And you want to get in on the beginning of a wave as it grows, not at the end, like the traditional economy, and the wave is going back out to sea, going away from the beach. That's no fun.